Over the past few years, Brotherhood Workshop has tackled dozens of different projects, all with varying levels of complexity. But our most ambitious project thus far has been the Aggravation of Smaug. Because this video was commissioned by the LEGO group, we had the resources we needed to really make this video look awesome. The first step in the process were the script and the storyboards. These were created by the team from the LEGO group, and approved by Warner Brothers before we began production. I average about 1 second of animation for every hour that I work on a video, and I shoot my animations in 24 frames per second. This means that for every second of footage, I am moving each character 24 times. The Halls of Erebor were easily our biggest set piece for this video. In order to capture the grandeur and scope of this location, we built several different elements for the hall. We then composited these elements together into a printed backdrop that we would place behind our set, giving the impression that the cavern was a lot bigger than the small space we had available at our desk. The gold flooring was created by spreading a thin layer of clay over aluminum foil. This created a malleable, posable surface. We then painted this clay gold and then glued hundreds of gold LEGO elements to the surface. The end result looks like an impressive mound of golden LEGO bricks. We also chose to give the lighting a greenish tint, giving the hall an eerie, otherworldly feel. Sometimes, however, a printed backdrop just isn't sufficient, and green screen was necessary to make the setting feel and look a lot bigger than what I was able to capture in camera. Green screen is especially useful if you have a large flying element, such as, an angry dragon. One thing to always keep in mind when shooting on a green screen is that you can't have any green elements in the foreground. In the instances where you need a green element in the shot, let's say you're shooting a green Tyrannosaurus Rex, you can use another color for the background, such as blue. The main thing is to make sure that the background is different enough in color from all of your foreground elements that your compositing software can tell the difference. Some of the more epic shots can take even days to complete. One such example would be the shot where Bilbo is running across the bridge to Dol Guldur. This shot actually features more than 4 separate layers. First, I shot Bilbo running across the bridge, then Smaug flying through the air, and then composited them over the background layers, and then composited the sky behind that. The trickiest part of this shot is when Smaug gets caught in the gate of Dol Guldur. Because Smaug needed to interact with the same set pieces as Bilbo, I needed to shoot him and Bilbo on the same plate for this portion of the shot. So, if you watch the original plate, you will suddenly see Smaug appear out of nowhere for when he gets stuck. I then had to match the position of the flying Smaug plate with the stuck Smaug in order to create a continuous fluid connection between the two plates. A few final touches we added were an explosion of leaves when Smaug bursts out of the trees, as well as some motion blur when he impacts the ruins. A very important factor of any shot is the lighting. Making sure your subject has enough light is only the beginning. The idea is to try to make the shot look as interesting as possible without distracting the viewer from the main point of the shot. Often I will set up 3 or more lights for any given shot. First, to add fill to the entire set. Second, to highlight the subject. And third, to cut across the set, giving the shot texture. One of my favorite tricks is trying to give my characters a rim light by setting up a light that cuts across them from behind. This will separate your characters from the background and make your shot look that much better. All in all, this video took over 200 hours to animate, and that's not including visual effects or sound design, but the results are well worth it. If you have any specific questions regarding this video, please leave me a comment below. I will be responding to the first 50 comments that are posted, and possibly more depending on how busy I am. Thanks very much for watching, please subscribe, and I hope to have some new videos up for you soon. Thanks guys!